Now you're probably wondering, how on earth are you ever going to remember all these? So I'm going to show you that now. We have a scale here that keeps the orientation correct for these conversions. Now the base unit in the middle, what I'm referring to there is meters, grams, and liters. And these prefixes again are kilo, hecto, deca, deci, centi, milli. So that means this is km, hm, DAM, DM. Remember, DA is for deca, D is for deci. Then CM and MM. Similarly for the grams and the liters. KG, HG, DAG, DG, CG, MG, and KL, HL, DAL, DL, CL, and ML. Now there is a saying, actually there are several sayings, that students can use to remember the scale. And I'm going to share one of those with you now. King Hector danced before drinking chocolate milk. So the K in king is for kilo. Hector danced, remember DA is the prefix there. B for the base, before, drinking, D for deci, chocolate, C for centi, milk, M for milli. So it's King Hector danced before drinking chocolate milk. And that can be used, as you see here, for all of the conversions in the metric system, whether it's length, mass, or capacity. Now, let me show you how this will work in helping you to state your conversions. Okay, for example, let's say we need to know the conversion between hectometers and meters. We begin by locating hectometers and meters on the scale, as I just demonstrated before. So King Hector danced before drinking chocolate milk. Say that and then list out all the prefixes on your scale. Then hectometers would be here. And the base unit, that's just M. That has no prefix. The base unit is here in the middle. This is meters. This is hectometers. Now the measurements corresponding to the prefixes on the left are the larger measurements. That means it takes more of these measurements to make up one of these. So, to avoid decimals, when we compare these two, we start with 1 for the larger unit, and the larger unit of measure will always be on the left. So I've got 1 hectometer equals. So again, the 1 will always go with the larger unit. Then I go to my scale, I start at hectometers, and I move over to meters. 1, 2 places. Since this is a base 10 system, that's 10 times 10 is 100 meters. Or 1 with 2 zeros to correspond to each one of those moves. Let's look at another. Let's say we want to determine the relationship between meters and millimeters. So again, we need to locate those two on the scale. Okay, here's milli. So that's millimeters. And the base unit is the one without the prefix. That will be the ones that are the single letters, the M, the L, and the G. So meters would be here. The larger unit is the one on the left, which in this case is the meter. So I'm going to make that 1 meter equals, and then I've got to start here and move to that. So meters to millimeters. 1, 2, 3 positions or 3 moves. So that's 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000 millimeters, or 1, 2, 3 moves is 1 with 3 zeros. So 1 meter is 1,000 millimeters. Now that we've talked about how to remember the conversions, let's see how it actually works. We are going to use a process called unit analysis, also known as dimensional analysis, depending on the textbook. Since all of our conversion facts include the base unit, we will use the base unit for every conversion. The following are the steps used to perform unit analysis. You will want to write these down carefully in your notes. The first step is going to be to use a diagram to write our travel directions. For example, if we needed to go from hectometers to centimeters, we would go from hectometers to meters, and then meters to centimeters. The next step would be to list those conversion facts. So we would need to list the number of hectometers equal to the number of meters, and the number of meters equal to the appropriate number of centimeters. So we just need to list our conversions that we're about to use. Now step 3 is the most complicated of the 3. We have to form a chain of multiplication to cancel the unwanted units and to be left with the desired unit, which I will demonstrate in a moment. Finally, we need to perform the multiplication or division to get our answer. Let's look at an example. We're going to convert 1,234 decimeters to hectometers. Well, decimeters has a prefix, and so does hectometers. So we're going to have to go from decimeters to meters, and then meters to hectometers. So that's what I've written here. This is my plan. Decimeters to meters, meters to hectometers. Now, before we proceed with step 2, that requires us to know the conversions for decimeters and meters and hectometers. So I'm going to demonstrate that again. So decimeters and meters. Decimeters are here, meters are here. So you see that. Now the larger unit is on the left, which is the meter, and from the meter to the decimeter is 1 move. So that means this is going to be 1 meter, 1 always goes with the larger unit, equals, that's just a single 10 decimeters. So there's one of my conversion facts that I'll need. And then the other we need is meters to hectometers. So let me go back to my chart. Meters again are in the middle. Hectometers are here. One goes with the larger unit. Hectometers are on the left, they're the larger one. And then that's 1, 2 places, so that's 10 times 10 is 100 meters. So those are my 2 conversion facts. And I've listed them for you here on the original sheet. 1 meter is 10 decimeters, 1 hectometer is 100 meters. Now here's the tricky part. We have to form a chain so that we can eliminate the given unit and obtain the desired unit.